Hello, my name is Klaas Voss. I'm from Germany. I'm a lecturer with SSMS and I've been with the program since 2016. I mostly teach in the international security domain of SSMS.
Hello, I'm Anna Matczak. I'm a criminologist and I represent the public safety and security domain in SSMS. I joined the program about 3 years ago, and prior to this I worked and lived in the United Kingdom and Poland, where I'm originally from. So let us say a few words about the practicalities and what is the essence of SSMS. SSMS offers you the degree of Bachelor of Arts. It's a program that lasts 4 years and it's worth 240 credits. We are based in The Hague, in the city of peace and justice. And it's a fantastic program which combines knowledge and practice, and will equip you with fantastic professional skills that will take you straight to the job market. So we have 3 domains. The first one is public safety and security. The second one is international safety and security, and the third one is industrial corporate safety and security. And I will introduce the first one, public safety and security. So what is public safety and security? In a nutshell, it's about protecting the public. It can be understood as a responsibility of governments, local authorities, criminal justice agencies, but it can also be seen as a right of citizens to live, work and function in a safe public sphere. It's a collective good which is provided by multiple actors to benefit society through collaborative work. How we teach public safety and security in SSMS is predominantly from the perspective of criminology. So our core focus and objective is crime prevention and crime resolution. Just to give you a few concrete and very practical examples of tools or methodologies that we discuss and teach in SSMS. These are CEPTED, which stands for Crime Prevention through Environmental Design, Crime Script Analysis, Social Network Analysis, Situational Crime Prevention, or Restorative Justice. And now I would like my colleague to tell you a little bit more about the domain of international safety and security.
So, what is international safety and security? Well, the easy answer is every problem, every challenge of safety and security that you cannot address on a national or domestic level. And that entails both issues of conflict, but also issues of cooperation. Now, that doesn't really tell you what topics we are dealing with. So, what is it? Well, for example, we are talking about armed conflicts, we are talking about geopolitical threats, like, for example, supply chain vulnerability when it comes to our country's energy supplies. But we also are talking about questions of national security. We are talking about topics such as terrorism and counterterrorism, about foreign and domestic intelligence. And all of that is, of course, well, you could say it seems to be theoretical at first, but the way we teach it is very practical and very applied. So what we do is we train our students in methodologies that they can use, for example, to conduct intelligence analysis or into the practices of terrorism and counterterrorism. We also encourage them to analyze national security systems by understanding the different institutions that work as part of them. So in a nutshell, what we do is we tackle these international security challenges and we develop concrete and techniques and methodologies that can be used to mitigate them. And now a bit more on the third domain of our program from my colleague Roger Wong.
Hi everyone, my name is Roger Wong and I am from the beautiful, sunny and tropical country of Suriname. I have only recently joined the team of SSMS. Before I joined the team, I worked for almost 10 years in the oil and gas industry in Suriname in the State Oil Company of Suriname. And in the SSMS program, I am in charge of the industrial and corporate safety and security area.
So, Roger, what is industrial and corporate safety and security all about?
So, when we talk about industrial, corporate and safety and security class, I would like you to think of the Deep Horizon BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. I think a lot of people know about it. It was one of the biggest disasters that we had. 19 people killed and more than 700,000 cubic meters of oil spilled in the Gulf of Mexico. And that is where we in the industrial and corporate safety and security area focus on. We teach our students how to identify dangers, how to identify hazards within a work environment and how they can prevent those dangers turning into terrible accidents. So we really help them to save people's lives.
Thanks, Roger. All right, let's hear about some personal experiences from our students.
At my average week here at SSMS, I have about 3 days of classes, so enough time apart from that to study. At the other time that I have in my spare time, I work as student assistant here, and I also enjoy my time with friends.
My usual week as an SSMS student consists of 3 days of courses. Outside of that, I work as a student assistant and I act as the president of the Courses Study Association, but that leaves me with enough time to focus on my hobbies as well, like DJing and working out, and I even get enough time to focus on my social life within The Hague.
Well, that was really interesting to hear from our students. We'll pick it up at a later stage. For now, Roger, you're relatively new to the team. You've been on the staff for 7 months. What is your experience with our student body so far?
Well, class, I must tell you, in general, I really enjoy being part of the SSMS program, mostly because I'm working in an international environment. I work with colleagues from different parts of the world, from the Philippines, from Germany, but I also get the opportunity to give lectures to students from different parts of the world, from Eastern Europe, from other parts of Europe, and I really enjoy that. And I think that is also that special part that we bring to our students here at SSMS, that international environment. But also the great relationship that we have here between colleagues, where we almost seem like brothers and sisters here. And also the fact that we guide our students during their whole career within the university. They get specially assigned student advisors, which guide the students and where we can identify any kind of issues they have. So we give that support to our students. So I think that is also very important, an important attribute of our program. But maybe you can tell us, class, what type of students do we expect to get here at the SSMS program?
Yeah, well, this is the moment where you could always jokingly ask, you know, do you have what it takes to be an SSMS student? Exactly. But, you know, as with every good joke, there's a kernel of truth in there. I mean, you need to think about some qualities that you may want to bring to the table also to succeed in your studies and to do well in this program. And I think one of the core themes is responsibility, but also to keep a level head when you are under pressure. And when it comes to responsibility, I think one of the things that I would say is, I mean, in the end, this is a field where if something goes wrong, if people fail at providing good services, then this can, well, potentially lead to injury or to accidents. And your job as a safety and security professional is to protect people from that, to also save lives potentially. And so there is quite a lot of responsibility and also an ethical responsibility to this job. But another aspect maybe is that, let's be honest here, as a safety and security professional, you might not be the most popular person on the staff.
That's true.
And why is that?
That's
well,
true.
Because you have to sometimes sell inconvenient truths to your managers, to your bosses.
Exactly.
And safety and security often is not immediately profit-oriented. I mean, in the end, it does help to protect profit, but what you suggest may, in the shorter run, cost money. And that is something you also have to convey sometimes. So communication, collaboration, all of these are important attributes. And lastly, we do quite a bit of group work, and that is also to prepare you for working in groups on your later jobs. So again, you need to be able to, for example, allocate tasks within working groups. You need to be able to work well with others. So that's also an aspect, I think.
Yes,
but
very well.
You know, aside from demands, what does being an SSMS student actually look like? Like what does the everyday activity look like?
Well, so we are educational institutions, so giving lectures to the students forms a very important part of what we do within our program. But within our lectures, we try to make a good balance and combination between what the serious between the different concepts that we have to look at, but also exercise and practice. Furthermore, we have also specific practical activities like projects in which students are able to participate, immerse themselves in a company, for example, doing an audit of the KLM. So that is an example of practical experience, but even more practical experience is gained when our students go to internships. And I think you will elaborate a little more about the different networks that we have regarding internships. And of course, to be able to get your title, because you have to work hard for that, you have to do a thesis. So that research part is also part of our program.
So, well, I think it's fair to say we do expect quite a lot from our students, but we also offer a lot. And one of the things that I think is really important is providing opportunity in our program. And we do that at many, many levels. We have guest lectures. Our guest lectures are usually very happy to be approached by our students to tell them more about their field of work. We offer excursions. We offer exercises and projects with a lot of external partners. And we have a vast professional network that allows our students to thrive in, especially in the year 4 internship, where we facilitate these internships with very, very interesting external partner organizations. And just to give you a bit of an example, also an explanation of what this network looks like. So as most things in our program, it's structured along the lines of these 3 domains: international safety and security, public safety and security, industrial and corporate safety and security. And in each of these branches, we have a number of partner organizations that allow our students to do internships. So, for example, for the international safety and security field, that would be NATO, that would be military organizations, intelligence services, and so on, but also international law enforcement. Law enforcement is also a big field for public safety and security, but also potentially the other parts of the criminal justice system, but also organizations that protect, for example, the public from disasters, man-made or natural, and also organizations that, for example, look at infrastructure security and these kind of things. And then for industrial safety and security, well, probably you know them quite well, but we have some big players here. We have Tesla, we have Amazon in our network, some large tech corporation. We also see an increasing number of students doing internships in cybersecurity fields and so on. Well, but of course, it's not all about serious studying, right, Roger? So what other opportunities for student life does our program offer?
Of course, class. You know, it's all about balancing your life, having a good work or study balance. And to be able to give that to our students, we have our own Centuria Study Association, which consists of students of SSMS program themselves, who organize different types of events for our students in which they can socialize, build bonding between them. For example, the introduction that is done for the first years, in which they organize, for example, team building events at the beach, or a rowing event in the canals of The Hague. So there's a lot of opportunity also within our program to just relax and have fun also next to studying.
Well, I think so we can say in sum it's all about keeping a good balance here. And I mean, you might also ask at the end of the study, after the program is over, how does it proceed from there? What will be the next step for you after you've finished studying SSMS? Well, of course, many of our students at that point will have done a very successful internship, and it is absolutely not uncommon that their internship organization will make them a job offer and will basically recruit them right away. But even if that does not occur, of course, having done an internship for, let's say, a NATO organization is a great calling card if you want to pursue a future career in this case, international security. Overall, I think it's safe to say for our program, employability is really high. Well, on this note, let's see what our students are up to now.
The SSMS program is structured in such a way that you only have courses some days of the week. That leaves you with enough free days to focus on a part-time job, your hobbies, and also to go for the course's literature, which means also covering your study load for the week. It's also important to note that the SSMS is split in theoretical and practical courses. For example, a theoretical course would be political science or criminology, where you go through the theoretical aspects of the course, perspective building, and then the practical aspects, such as professional skills, gives you the skills necessary to move into the field of SSMS as a ready professional when the course is over.
All right, that was really good to hear back from our students. Now, my colleague Anna has joined me again. And Anna, let's try to get a bit more concrete at this point. So what should our future students do if they want to sign up for SSMS?
Okay then, so at this point you've heard quite a lot about our program. And if this is something of interest to you and you would like to be part of SSMS community, you will have to apply for SSMS through StudyLink. After that, you will be invited to participate in something that is called Study Choice Check, which is non-binding. But most importantly, visit our website, read our prospectus, come and talk to us during open days, and drop us a line if you have more questions. So email us at ssms-brv@hhs.nl.
So you've now heard quite a bit from us. If you think after this presentation that SSMS might be a good fit for you, if you're interested in the program, collect the information, take a closer look, and sign up for SSMS. We are really eager to meet you. See you next year.
Bye.